How to maintain ties of kinship with family members who partake or promote in behaviors of non-believers, such as gender reveal parties, bridal showers, big birthday celebrations. Okay, I would say that forget birthday parties, gender reveals, forget all that. Let's go to the higher ground, the principle. What is the principle of celebration in Islam? Gatherings. By default, they're permitted. We can celebrate anything as long as that thing that we're celebrating is something permitted. And as long as the way we celebrate it is permitted. It's very hard to say something like that is haram per se. You could say it's discouraged because you're imitating. Then again, when you're talking to people who are born in a culture, you surrounded them with a culture, and now you're telling them not to partake in it. On what grounds? It has to be only on what is forbidden. Therefore, let's say they do a bridal shower. What is the function of a bridal shower? Is a woman's about to go into a very difficult experience. Her life is about to really transform. She's never going to sleep properly again in her life. She will not sleep properly.
Baby shower, bro.
Baby shower, I meant baby shower. Bridal shower probably is the same. Her life will never be the same again, right? Hopefully in the better. We don't get a shower. No, they do. They get, when they take the guy out, they do have that. Bachelor part of it. That's all haram, right? What kind of, Muslims don't have anything like that. What is it? We go to Masjid Fraish and then get the guy some wings. Like, that's all we do, right? So, but point being is that, yes, it is a habit that non-Muslims do. But we have to ask, is it a habit that's related to their faith or just their culture? If it's something related to their faith, then we can't do it. Like Christmas or Easter or a christening or a bar mitzvah. Like we can't start having bar mitzvahs, right? Oh, you reach bulugh? Let's announce it to the whole community, right? That this guy, yeah, you're mukallaf. Okay, that's a little bit too much information. What do they say these days? TMI or something? This is a bit too much information. I do not need to know that my friend's son just became mukallaf, right? That's too much information for me. I don't need to know that. Or what, are you going to have a bat mitzvah for the girl? This is way too much information. It was makruh to inform the world that this just happened to the girl. Okay, so, but in any event. So that's how we judge celebrations. Another thing about all these parties is excess and haraj. So there are three masail that could make it discouraged. Imitating people is subjective too. Most Muslim culture is taken from other people. Domes is taken from Christians. Pre-Islamic people made domes. Wearing red in the weddings of Pakistan is from Hindus. Faluda is from Persians. It's a Persian food. Of course, back in the day it was reduced. It was like the proto version. It was just ice with fruit mashed up. So much of our culture is taken from non-believers. That's how you have to judge it. You have to judge it by, am I imitating or is it just now part of the culture? But number two, is this encouraging excess? Sometimes a birthday party can become very excessive. It's discouraged. Such as telling people, this is, let's say, Lion King themed birthday. Please order your costume from this website. Each costume is $130 for a kid to wear once. On top of that, I got to buy you a gift. I'm spending $200 for your baby to turn 9? No. It's excess, but it's also what we call haraj. You're forcing people to spend money they don't want to spend. And I'm going to go and the whole party is going to be some themed birthday party. And at one corner there's sushi. Another corner there's Italian food. Another corner has cake pops. Like, what excess is this? What are you teaching your kid? How special is he? So, ghulu, excessive spending, waste of money. Those are the things, maximum be makruh. By the way, there's another argument. On the excess, but I'm feeding people. I'm inviting people. I'm making an environment for people to chit-chat and stuff. So then there's another part where, am I creating an example that not everybody can keep up? And people will start comparing themselves. All of these are commonsensical sensitivities that our Sharia takes into account and may discourage making people feel bad. People can't keep up. People now feel pressured they have to do the same for their kid. Now the kid goes home and says, Mom, I'm 12. You never made me a party like that. Are we poor? Or you don't love me? So those kinds of things are of common sense that we should take into account whenever we have these parties. So again, is it imitating non-believers or is it just now part of our culture? Is it promoting excess? Is it making people feel pressured to spend money they don't want to spend, or take time out of their day that they don't want to take time out? What if you got a lot of friends? They all have Emin parties. They all have general parties, dawats. They all have birthday. Now they're going to have birthday parties for all their kids. There's no time in the day to go all these events, right? If you have a lot of friends. Okay, number 4, is it now creating a precedent of comparison? We, in our religion, we take these into account. And it, at maximum, will render the action discouraged for those reasons. Okay, that's all considering if it's halal. If it's done in the halal, we take those into consideration. Now, what happens in the party if it's forbidden, then that part of it is forbidden. I can have Eid party. I can have Hifz al-Quran party that we're encouraged to have, celebrate the Quran. Kid memorize Quran. He's number 1 deserving to have a party. Right? If you don't celebrate that, what do you celebrate? Right? But even in that party, it could be done haram. Right? It could be things that are forbidden in that party. So it's having the party and what happens inside the party are 2 separate subjects. I remember one time someone showed me a video of guys in Birmingham or Manchester, one of these places with big Muslim population. And they had, after Eid, in the evening time, they had a guy with a halal appetizer champagne doing this, right? With the bottle, as if he won the champion. When they win the championship, they take the champagne, they shake it, and they spray it on everybody. Anything related to the imitation of non-believers and their habits, it will be discouraged. So I hope that answers the question. And you can apply those principles to all. That's the value of what's called the high ground maneuver. Let's go to the principles, and you apply it to all things right now. How do I decline those invitations without creating a rift? If something is forbidden explicitly, then you should decline it and say why. And say that I don't do these things. No, it's haram, right? So someone says, we're going to have a Christmas party. It's a Muslim business, and you're an employee, and the boss, he needs to please everybody, right? Let's have a Christmas party. I say, no, call it a winter break party and don't put up a tree. So you should speak out when something's wrong. But if something's discouraged and it's up for discussion and up for opinion, then you don't want to make them feel bad. It's not clear cut that that's something forbidden. It's something you disagree with, something that's discouraged. And you simply can say, Wallahi, I'd love to be with you. That's a fact. I want to be able to be happy with you guys. Nothing wrong with that. But I got another appointment. So that's what you say. I'm booked. Again, if it's a matter of discussion and discouraged levels of discouragement or even halal, be nice about it. Say a nice word as the Quran say. قُلْ لَهُمْ قَوْلًا مَيْسُورًا, and then stay away. If you believe that it's discouraged and it's setting a bad precedent. Or you could start a live stream, and then anything that you don't like in the community, you could put it on blast in general, right? And then your friends get the message that you're not into these things. Because I always find it awkward. A good friend of you invites you to something. I'm not into that, right? Or is going down a route that's no good. But I want to preserve the friendship. So if you become an imam and you give the khutbah, a couple months later, you give a khutbah about it. He would not feel that it's about him. Right? But it applies to everybody. And now the whole community knows, well, at least we know, don't invite Shadee to that. He's not going to be into it. Alhamdulillah. And they'll stop doing it too.
أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما